Welcome to Study Lamp channel. Today, we would sociologically analyze the emerging social problem related to gender discrimination, that is pink tax. The pink tax is the practice of pricing products and services intended for women higher than similar products marketed to men, even when there is little or no difference in their manufacturing costs. Sociologically, it illustrates how patriarchal norms, gendered consumer expectations, and market practices interact to perpetuate economic inequality between women and men. Let us explore sociological perspectives to get a comprehensive sociological overview of pink tax as social issue. Firstly, from feminist perspective, the pink tax reflects patriarchal market structures that commodify femininity. It represents the cost of being a woman, where society treats beauty, grooming, and personal appearance as obligations rather than choices. As a result, women bear higher lifetime consumption costs, reinforcing gender-based economic inequality. And then from a conflict, Marxist perspective, the pink tax is a product of capitalist profit maximization. Businesses exploit gender stereotypes by segmenting markets and creating gender-specific products, enabling them to charge higher prices to women. Thus, women become a distinct consumer group subjected to economic exploitation through gender-based price discrimination. According to consumer culture theory, modern consumerism shapes and reinforces gender identities through patterns of consumption. Advertising and branding encourage women to buy gender-specific products in order to conform to socially constructed ideals of beauty, hygiene, and professionalism, thereby sustaining gendered consumption and the pink tax. From Sylvia Walby's perspective, the pink tax is not merely a marketing strategy but an outcome of structural patriarchy, where cultural norms, labor market inequalities, state inaction, and gendered social roles combine to normalize higher prices for women. Governments may prohibit unfair trade practices, but many legal systems do not explicitly ban gender-based pricing. The absence of specific regulation allows discriminatory pricing practices to continue. And then, cultural norms equate femininity with beauty, grooming, and elegance. Women are expected to spend more on cosmetics, skincare, clothing, and personal care products. Example: women's deodorants and cosmetics are often priced higher than functionally similar men's products. In this context, the pink tax is an example of Sylvia Walby's concept of public patriarchy, where market institutions, cultural norms, and the state collectively reproduce gender inequality by imposing higher economic costs on women through gendered consumption. Further, from the symbolic interactionist perspective, branding, packaging, and advertising assign symbolic meanings to products based on gender. Consumers come to associate pink-colored or women-specific products with femininity and identity, making them more willing to pay higher prices even when these products offer no significant functional difference from comparable men's products. Moving into the sociological implications, the cumulative effect of paying premium prices for gender-specific goods diminishes women's long-term savings and financial security. And then gender socialization from childhood, that is premium pricing of products marketed to girls, normalizes the belief that femininity comes with higher economic costs from an early age. It reinforces gender stereotypes. For example, marketing pink toys like a kitchen set reinforce traditional gender roles. The pink tax disproportionately affects low-income women and single mothers, who spend a larger share of their income on essential personal care and hygiene products. Social norms expect women to invest in beauty, grooming, and cosmetic products to meet ideals of femininity. Failure to conform may invite social stigma, discrimination, or even disadvantages in education and employment, thereby reinforcing gender inequality through consumer culture. Resolving the pink tax socially requires changing consumer habits, shifting cultural expectations, and holding companies publicly accountable for gender-based price discrimination. Because the pink tax is a market-driven pricing strategy rather than a real government tax, grassroots social action is vital to force corporate change. Choosing gender-neutral or men's personal care products when they offer the same quality and functionality at a lower price. And then using social media campaigns and hashtags to expose brands that charge higher prices for women's versions of identical products. Organizing community campaigns and consumer education programs to help buyers identify and avoid hidden gender-based price markups.